Butler making a push. The outlet, and Marshall can't save it to a teammate. A bad turnover. Now the lob, and Harris misses it. Sloppy sequence on both ends. End result, Butler ball, and Marshall no good on the jumper. Marshall hit several of those in the first half. Six-point lead for Gonzaga with the ball. Robert Sacre used the left hand and drew the foul.
And that's just stepping into Robert. Caught the ball deep once again, coming underneath. Mike Hart with a little bit of a screen and allowed him to catch the ball inside the paint, and then you foul. One of the best free throw shooters for a big man in the country. Numbers down a little bit as of late from the free throw line.
But it's still a big part of his game. He misses one there. Cameron Woods comes in for Butler. Marshall goes to the bench. Well, the numbers modest for Sacre in this one, although Sean showed you there starting this second half how he impacts the rest of his teammates. And how about that number? Butler has yet to attempt a free throw in this game. Typically a big part of their game. The long rebound gives Gonzaga another chance. Harris up and under with contact out of bounds off of Butler. And now Mark Few is just going nuts on the sideline with the no call.
Been over 5 minutes since since Gonzaga rather made its last field goal.
And Butler's been on a run here. Biggest lead for Gonzaga was 14. It's down to 6. Pangos, the inbounder. Fromm fell to the ground. Pangos finds his teammate Gary Bell for three.
Battling the drought. And that is all Pangos. Turning that corner, going through defensive players, finding his man on the outside, his teammate. A long run out. Easy three-pointer.
Pangos has played really well tonight. Fromm answers for three.
And he has elevated his game. He played extremely well against Purdue. Had 6 early points in that contest and stretching it from the outside. 13 points already in this game.
Eric Fromm, the sophomore from Bloomington, averaging 3 a game. He's got his career high 13.
Think about this, a year ago he averaged 0.8 points per game.
Having a coming out party tonight. He left Harris open though, and he gets the 3 to go down.
Second three-pointer by Elias Harris in this game. He continues to be very accurate from behind the arc. 2 for 3 there tonight.
Well, the offense picking up on both sides. Ronald Norred over to the freshman Aldridge. Extra pass, Norred from outside. Rebound Harris. Gonzaga again looking to run. Butler got back on defense. Kevin Pangos, high post area to Sacre. Double team, and Harris couldn't find his teammate. Shot clock down to 5. Pangos, a tough 3, too strong, and Aldridge in traffic, falling down, saves the ball. Woods in transition. Nice athletic move.
Good job by Woods in the open floor. I haven't talked a lot about Cameron Woods, but Coach Stevens told me that he feels by the time he's done at Butler, he could be the next great one. The next guy that steps up and fills in that void.
Very athletic. Helping on a double team here. Mike Hart kept his poise though. Didn't turn the ball over. More tough defense from Butler. Gary Bell, a little shot fake, and a nice shooter's touch.
This freshman backcourt, each and every time they play, gets better. And they learn from their mistakes. When they don't play well, they don't make the same mistakes twice. And I think that's why I'm looking at this Gonzaga team. And I think moving forward and they get in the conference playing in March, they're going to be that much more dangerous.
Excellent move, but then Norad couldn't finish. Saved inbounds. Gonzaga on the break. Pangos in transition. Sacre. Offensive rebound again. And Gonzaga fans appreciate the hustle and the hard work. Sacre gets the reward. The touchdown low. No good. Foul against Gonzaga. So some end-to-end action uninterrupted. The result, Gonzaga leads 47-38. All right, obviously that would be a big upset, and we lose one of those remaining unbeatens. Louisville 10-0, Indiana 11-0. Butler, Sean, has played both of those teams. We asked Coach Stevens about the best teams he's played, and Brad Stevens extremely impressed with the Indiana Hoosiers.
Well, I think Tom Crean's done such a great job with that program. People forget the disarray that it was in when he inherited it. Limited as far as how he could go out and recruit the type of players he could get in, and what a big win that was. To see Assembly Hall rocking like it was last Saturday is great for college basketball.
Out of the break, pressure for Gonzaga. Butler with the ball, trailing by 9. Cody Zeller, the freshman, who's really keyed the improvement for Indiana.
But I think that, you talk about the scheduling, and both these teams challenge themselves each and every year in the non-conference. I saw Davidson last night. They knocked off Kansas. They play a very difficult non-conference schedule, and that helps them down the road when they get ready for March.
Segal short on the 3. Butler this time with the offensive rebound. Both these teams have done that again this season. Segal tries it again. Again, short off the iron. Gets his own miss. Misses the layup. Another chance. Missed again. The tip ball. And Norad's going to come away with it. Wow, what a wild sequence that time. And Chase Segal just one good look after another. This time it's the big freshman Woods.
5 shots in one possession. They're going to hit one.
Well, they tested that theory that time. But Cameron Woods, the freshman, found a way to score. 7-point lead Gonzaga. Butler hanging in there in this game.
Butler does such a good job on screens.
Gower. Harris offensive rebound. Segal poked it away, but it's off the end line out of bounds. And that'll send us to a timeout. Well, we've seen Kevin Pangos shooting well from the outside, but we'll ask the question when we come back. Is he really the Zags' best shooter? Second half in Spokane, Gonzaga with a 47-40 lead. We've seen some outstanding outside shooting from Gonzaga in this game. But, Sean, we didn't know that the head coach was such a great shooter himself.
Well, the end of shoot-around, we see a lot of teams with the half-court heaves. And usually it's players versus the coaches, how it all turns out. But you want to know why Pangos might shoot the ball so well. Look at the form, the release. Mark Few, count it.
Never in doubt. He knew it, and a big smile from the Gonzaga head coach. Who knows? It could pop up on SportsCenter's top plays. Usually the head coach doesn't make one of those plays. Could be a rare opportunity.
I think he's over there on the sideline going, I hit a half-court shot earlier today.
Yeah, Dick, can you give me a call?
Did you see
I hit a half-court shot. Inbound play. Gonzaga has the lead and the basketball. David Stockton, who's got it now on the left sideline, he's got a knack in game for hitting those kind of shots. We've seen him do it a couple different times.
It's a very explosive offensive group.
Pangos switch to the right hand to scoop it in.
He plays with the poise of at least a junior. I mean, he turns the corner. He doesn't feed the ball back to the defensive player. He's able to shield with his body. Just a veteran move by the freshman.
Got to feel good for him. His shot has not been falling lately. Cameron Woods short on the 3. Tried to follow his own miss. Good hustle by Andrew Smith. Butler's trying to get the timeout, and they got it. They give Butler the timeout there. Smith is hurting. Brad Stevens maintains possession. That sends us to a timeout of our own. Gonzaga 49, Butler 40. Well, we told you it was holiday hoops here in Spokane. Sean, how deep into the closet did those guys have to dig out those 2 sweaters?
You can wear them for about, maybe 2 or 3 events per year. They look in good condition, though. You've got one just like it at home.
Could be high. Tomorrow night, Holiday Hoops presented by Kay Jewelers continues. Texas, North Carolina at 7 Eastern. Oklahoma State, Alabama at 9 Eastern. That's tomorrow, Wednesday. Holiday Hoops presented by Kay Jewelers on ESPN2, ESPN3. Also streaming live on WatchESPN.com and that great new Watch ESPN app. I watched your game last night from Kansas City, Davidson, Kansas, on the Watch ESPN app.
A really sensational effort. Nick Cochran, 21 points on just 6 shot attempts. He did a great job getting to the free throw line, stretching the defense. 4 big 3-pointers in the second half.
Set play off the inbounds. Stegall missed the 3, but there's Cameron Woods again. Score the bucket plus a foul.
Talking to Coach McKillop last night about being a program outside of those power conferences and how you build consistency. And he goes back to that 08 team that had Steph Curry and said, you know, we got a roster full of guys that really weren't significant during that run. And we've got a lot of good new guys trying to find roles. I think Butler's in that same kind of state right now. Back-to-back national championship runs, but a lot of guys in different roles being asked to do different things, and they still haven't necessarily found their groove yet.
And Butler Gonzaga, really the 2 programs at that level that have been able to sustain their success over a long period of time. One of the neat things about this matchup here tonight, Harris nearly traveled, instead draws the foul.
Well, you mentioned Gonzaga and the 11 consecutive conference championships and what Mark Few has been able to do here and continues to do here. And we talked with Brad Stevens about it before the game, and truly remarkable. The picture of consistency, losing guys, replacing them, finding talent in all places. Whether it's in Europe, whether it's in Canada, the Midwest, it doesn't matter. Mark Few's going everywhere to find talent. He's bringing them to Gonzaga. He's building them. He's honing their craft and bringing them together as a team. They are the favorite once again in the West Coast Conference.
He's been the coach for so long now in Spokane, but they won a conference title under Mark Few every year he's been at the helm. Sacre comes back in for the Bulldogs now, leading by 9, 10:41 to play. Harris has had a nice game. Elias Harris goes to the bench with 16 points. Freshman against freshman point guard here, Jackson Aldridge for Butler. Fromm open for 3. Good! A career night for Eric Fromm. He's got 16. Butler hanging right in with Gonzaga.
Great execution in their half-court set. And Fromm really doing an excellent job keeping Butler in this one. They're in striking distance.
Dower open for 2.
Anytime Dower has his hands on the ball, he's in striking distance. So efficient with his shots.
4 for 6 from the field. Very fluid offensive player, still just a sophomore. Here's Fromm, this time closer in, had his shot rejected. Stockton in transition. David Stockton down the court with the foul.
With such a deep roster, David Stockton's minutes have kind of fluctuated a little bit as of late, but seemingly every time we show up, he puts on a show. In fact, in his last 3 ESPN games, David Stockton is averaging over 14 points per contest.
They still got 9:24. Those are his first 2 here tonight. But a spectacular play. Missed the free throw. He had a career performance against Michigan State in their tough defense about a week ago. Kyle Marshall rolls it home.
Butler, 9 minutes left to go in this game. This is right about where they turned it on against Purdue.